Seer kit top tier. Assault rifle, it's a Grau, and it looks like an HDR. Monolithic suppressor, HDR pro barrel, variable zoom. Yeah, this thing is slow. I mean, the thing is virtually hit scan with this kind of setup, but this thing is slow as can be. I mean, this is not a good setup, to be honest. Variable zoom, you know, I've seen people run the variable zoom. That's fine. That makes sense, I guess. But the FTAC champion is just kind of... I feel like this weapon needs the tac laser, personally. I feel like the tac laser for this gun in particular is just... It's probably the most important attachment on the entire HDR as is. Every single gun in the game benefits greatly from having a tac laser, but the tac laser for the HDR specifically is huge. I don't really care about this setup, though. I'm not gonna buy this right away. Yeah, I mean, this is basically the top, quote, top tier loadout here. C4, Heartbeat, Trophy System, EOD, Ghost, and Amp. Razor Sharp. Stay sharp, stay smooth. This is the Razor Sharp bundle. The Guillotine Kar98. Some people call it Guillotine, whatever you want to call it, yeah. Got the lightweight suppressor, not a good look. Bipod, again, not a good look. Sniper scope, all right, fair. And the Sport Comb is the only thing that speeds this thing up. And other than the fact that the lightweight suppressor doesn't actually slow us down. And we have the focus perk. I mean, we're gonna need that with how slow this thing is, but yeah, let's try this one out. Why not? Since it's a Kar98, I'll try it out in multiplayer. This one seems doable. So, not to talk about too many leaks or anything, but oh, here it is. Okay, yeah, so the Guillotine, I mean, it doesn't really look any different from the other Kar98s, does it? Why, man? The fact that they're using the bipod is what blows my mind. Maybe shoot house will work a little bit easier on this one. So I've been getting tweets at it. Obviously, I'm not going to show or anything like that, but I've been getting tweets from some people who have actual images of the camos in the game and stuff, and videos and things like that. And I'm going to say it right now, this grind for the mastery camo, the final camo in the game. Let's take a look at this thing real quick. I mean, it's like kind of dented. It's a little weird looking. It's not the slowest though. It's kind of slow, but not the slowest. I'm gonna hit mark the first person I see. Never mind. All I'm gonna say is the final camo, at the very least, looks incredible. The colors look so good. I tried to no-scope it. I expected this with this Kar98, but... Okay, yeah, if you guys want the hard point, you can keep it. That's fine. I don't want it. They're actually, like, trying to hold it and shit. I'm good. Another assist. I love that shit. I'm surprised the wallbang actually killed him. I mean, honestly, if I want to practice Pellington damage... This is probably the setup I go with, a reduced damage Kar98 or something. God, man, everybody I shoot, I hit mark. There's like little holes and dents on this thing. It looks weird. I actually kind of like the look of the scope. It's like dented or something, but sometimes when I'm looking at it, it kind of looks like it's like wet or something. It looks cool. It kind of looks like water droplets almost. I really hope that there's no reset button on the new Call of Duty. I'm gonna assume that there isn't. Oh, my PC just fucking crashed. That's not good. All right. I guess so. All right, back on. I don't know what happened right there. See, here's the thing. Now, this grind might be long. The grind might be painful. The grind might be, you know, what it's supposed to be, a challenge. But at the end of it all, number one, I don't think the challenges are going to be nearly as annoying as the ones in Modern Warfare. I don't need to mount. That already makes everything 10 times more enjoyable. I was pretty tilted about the whole, you know, thing that PlayStation was getting over, you know, everything else as like their exclusive thing with that 25% weapon XP thing. I know a lot of people expect me to go and do it, but honestly, I'm still probably just gonna stick on PC. I realize, yeah, I might be able to level 25% faster, but my enjoyment is gonna fall by about 50% by not being able to play at over 120 frames. And even then, I think I must play in at 4K. I don't want to play in 4K. Oh no. I think they called the airstrike here, didn't they? I can't wait until they gut that R90. I honestly might go to sleep and then wake up at midnight release. I mean, when do the servers actually go live? Sometimes the servers will go live like a day early. Thing is, obviously, I won't be able to play it until whatever the release thing is on my BattleNet or whatever. I really don't need to deal with smokes right now in the middle of my gun doing half of its damage, please. Lightweight suppressor is the worst idea ever. I'm not even trying to like sit in the same spot and camp this shit. I'm just trying to reload half the time. Nightmare class setup on this map. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's not fast enough. It's not strong enough. One way to make this class setup better immediately is to, number one, this bipod does nothing. It does nothing. There is no downside to it, but the downside on this lightweight suppressor, damage range, this thing already you needed to hit somebody like in the upper chest area up here. Doesn't have the same generous hitbox as like an AX50 or HDR or whatever it is, and even then that's like stomach maybe. Can't shoot somebody like in the groin area or like in the waist, you'll hit mark them and stuff like that. So I mean that still happens. Shit, back on COD 4, the M40 with ACOG literally did like, it's only possible to hit mark somebody like in the foot from a certain distance or something along those lines. And looking at more of the challenges and stuff like that as more and more information comes out, and obviously I'm not gonna like leak it or show anything or whatever it may be, but looking at the challenges, looking at the camos, looking at all that stuff, I think this is gonna be pretty nice, actually. It's gonna seem pretty nice. I mean, the suppressor seems to be doing cool stuff from time to time. I'm allowed to just stand behind people like a dumbass missing them or hit marking them, and maybe a few other people will turn around and not, you know, notice me. I mean, honestly, this might actually be the closest to the damage that the Pellington will do. It seems like I have to hit, you know, upper chest or so. Everything else is a hit marker. I'm surprised that I'm not being a complete detriment to my team, to be honest. I always wondered if they would end up doing something to some of the attachments on this game. Like, if something is incredibly underutilized, like, for example, the lightweight suppressor, if they would actually kind of buff it or something. You know what I mean? Maybe change the meta up a little bit with some of the stats on some of them. I mean, then again, I feel like maybe they built a lot of weapons around some of their attachments. I just wondered if maybe, like, if something is incredibly underutilized, like, I could even see some people even using a tactical suppressor from time to time if they don't want to use a monolithic, but most people are going monolithic. If they're not going monolithic, they're either going nothing, compensator, or muzzle brake. I don't see anybody using flash guards. I don't see anybody really using the tactical suppressor. I think if you're gonna rank which ones are most popular as far as suppressors go, lightweight has to be the least picked one. It has to be. I wonder if they took that damage range, you know, reduction that they have to it and kind of made it so if it's like, you know, minus 10% damage range or whatever, what if they moved it to like -5? I don't know if that would actually make any difference, like mathematically for every single weapon or whatever, and make them, you know, magically viable with that kind of attachment on, but this attachment really does nothing but hurt you. Like, yes, it helps you as far as the sound suppression goes, but especially in multiplayer too, when you don't even show up on the map and most people are just sitting around just using their ears anyway. I don't know. There's still a lot of times where that suppressor definitely comes into play where people just take an extra second to try to figure out where you are, Warzone or not. Although, I mean, I've never seen somebody try to run a compensator on a sniper rifle like that. I've never seen that. Why? Crouch and prone recoil control. I mean, in real life, that's basically what it would be for, right? This is an arcade game, not real life. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like maybe the game could use some sort of like weird attachment shift or something. You know what I mean? Everybody's got like the same general builds for every single gun, and they all virtually look like the same class setup. You know, biggest barrel, put 2 to 3 different kinds of sights on, the same old, basically it's the same exact setup, and it has been for months at this point. Attachment wise, things have never changed. I'll give it, I'm sure Black Ops Cold War is going to be basically the exact same thing, so it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, don't use a lightweight suppressor on basically anything. Especially don't use it on a Kar 98 or an MK2. Don't do that to yourself.